Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to use Swifter 2.0 to add existing Swift files to your web page. To start, we need to create a new project. We can do that by either selecting the new icon, or we can go to File and click New. Now we need to browse to your HTML or HTML file, here Default. We select Default, click Open. Now we need to create a project name. Dino Planet, I'll say 2. And your HTML or HTML file appears as it would in a browser inside of Swifter itself. Now here we have our static page. It's a dinosaur related page, and I would like to add some dinosaur animations to this page. So let's go grab some Swifts. We'll go to the Swift icon. I've got a Triceratops fossil image over to the left. I'd like to have it appear as though there's a Triceratops coming to life out of that fossil. So I've got my Swift appears when I select it, appears floating above the page. You move it to where you want it, click Apply, and let's click Play again so we can see where it's coming from. I'm going to nudge that over just a little bit. Click Apply. So this is the Properties dialog. You see I selected my Triceratops. You select the animation by grabbing any of these four handles, red, yellow, green, blue handles around the animation. You set its properties, its X and Y. You can either set the properties of its position by dragging it or precisely setting it using the X and Y boxes here. I'll talk about the Z field in a moment. You can set its scale, and you can either keep its aspect ratio or not keep its aspect ratio. You can set its alpha. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a ghost-like image coming out of that fossil. So let's set the alpha to 50. Click Apply and click Play. So it's kind of a ghostly Triceratops appearing out of the fossil. Now I would like to have that Triceratops appear only when someone rolls over the Swift and rolls over that fossil. So I'm going to click on the play radio buttons. I'm going to click rollover and click Apply. Now I'm able to do that because that Triceratops was modified and developed using the development kit that we have available on our site. And if you brought in a Swift that was not developed using the development kit, then these play state radio buttons would be disabled, and the Swift would just play however it was coded to originally play. If you coded it to play on rollover, it would play on rollover, but you would not be able to change it using this. You have to use the development kit to give yourself that control. So I've got a Triceratops, a ghostly Triceratops appearing out of the fossil. Now let's go grab a Velociraptor. I've got my Velociraptor animation, and it appears. I'm going to drag it down here. Click Apply. Anytime you change anything, remember, click Apply. Stop it, play it, see where it's coming from. That's pretty good. I want to bump it over a hair. Apply, stop, play. Oh, I probably shouldn't have bumped that over. I'm going to click Apply, stop, play. That looks pretty good. Let's make it a ghost. So it's alpha at 50. Click Apply. Set it to move on rollover also. Click Apply. Now let's go grab a T-Rex. And I've got my T-Rex walking animation. And apply, stop, play. It's a little bit too far over. I'm going to go grab him. Apply, play. That's pretty good. I'm going to bump him down just a little bit. And you'll notice that it might get a little bit confusing sometimes if you have a lot of animations on there, because we've got a lot. There are 4 handles for each, but you can tell which one you're grabbing by looking at the properties dialog without even having to move it to drag it around to see if you've got the right one. Just click on one of the handles and it'll tell you up in the properties dialog if you've got the right one. So I've got my I've got my T-Rex, and let's set him to 50 on the alpha also to make him look like a ghost, and click Apply. I want to set him to roll over also, and click Apply. Now, I've got several animations here. Right now, they're not overlapping on top of each other, so I don't really need to worry about the Z level. But if you had animations where it was critical, where you wanted one animation to be in front of another, you can set the z-index and set the stacking level of these animations using the z-index. So just select your animation and change the z-index, and all the other animations will reshuffle based on what you select here, and click apply. So we've got all of our animations floating above our static website. Now a lot of times well, not a lot of times, when you have these animations now floating above your website, Swifter creates an individual div size to fit the animation, and that can block content behind. You can use the dev kit, and you can create your animations when they're done playing to call a JavaScript function to remove the div, to make the div invisible after the animation is done playing. You've got that kind of control. So the animation can play, and then the div disappears, and it doesn't continue to block the content behind. So that's one of the nice features that we've created. So you've added your animations. Let's just save our project and let's publish. And Swifter is going to display a web page. There it is. It just popped up. It's coming up. So here's your website. Looks like your static website that you originally had. We'll click there to allow the block content. So here's our static website. Now we created these fossils, or we added these swifts, and now when we roll over here, there are our ghostly images. You just added 3 animations to your website. You didn't have to do any coding. Swifter adds the code to your HTML page, and it's W3C XHTML 1.0 compliant. And it's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. And if you wanted to roll back, we have a rollback feature, and you just click rollback, and it takes your site all the way back to its original state. We've backed up your original file, so you don't lose that. It's all safe and easy and fun. And thanks for spending some time with me today to learn about Swifter.